All right, to some positive news now. Of course, all of us in the country are hoping tomorrow's Rugby World Cup final will see the Springboks lift the Webb Ellis Cup in France, defended actually. Should South Africa lift the cup, it will be the fourth time. Hloni Mtimkulu is visiting some of the schools where the country's finest honed their skills. Bok hooker Malcolm Marx went to King Edward's School, and Hloni is there for us. Hloni, I can imagine a lot of beaming faces there at that school, knowing that one of theirs has, is flying the flag.
Yeah, definitely, Masoko, and we are on the field where Malcolm Marx plied his trade, started where all the early journey into his hookerness started. I am going to step out of shot so that Joel can show you just where he used to play, and just so you know, we have someone who used to play with Malcolm, one of his former teammates, and you can just see the sort of importance of school sport. We talk so much about it because not only is Malcolm Marx from here, but you've also got the likes of Quinton de Kock, who is of course in India at the moment with the World Cup. We've got Graham Smith as well. He used to be, he's an old boy from here. We've also got Brian Habana talking rugby. He's also King Edward's old boy. So the importance of school sport is highlighted by sort of what they're able to do, what they are able to achieve. I am going to bring in another old boy of King Edward's who used to play with Malcolm Marx, Marco Engelbrecht. First of all, just in terms of playing with Malcolm, what was that like? Did you guys kind of know that this guy was going to end up where he is today?
Definitely. I think just to summarize him, he played multiple first-team sports since grade 8. He was always a humble, hard-working gentleman who had a lot of time for his peers, and I think he was destined for greatness.
Of course, it's a bit unfortunate. It is very unfortunate that he didn't play much of this World Cup, right? But just you guys seeing him playing at the World Cup, being part of the World Cup team, and being such an important figure actually in that Bok lineup. What's that been like for you and for the team, for the school as well?
I think it's hugely inspirational. It just speaks volumes of him before they left, coming back to the school and giving back to the players, the current players that is. Offering to do jersey presentations to the current Reds team. So again, he probably takes 30 to 40 minutes to come and watch a Reds game, and he is always giving of his time to the players, and we're hugely appreciative of that. So.
Sure. And I know we were at Hoër School Waterkloof earlier, and we spoke to a coach who said they saw Malcolm playing as a flanker initially before donning that number 2 jersey. Just tell us about that journey that Malcolm had and you witnessing all of that. Are you surprised that he was so versatile?
Look, I think that obviously speaks volumes of his skill set. He had the ability in his grade 10 year to play lock for the first side. He went on to play flank in his grade 11 year. And then obviously just the countless hours of work and dedication that he's put in order to find his craft. Again, I think that epitomizes who he is as a player, going the extra mile to really invest in his own skill set. And I think it's obviously paid off, and a little bit unlucky that he managed to get injured. But he's in Paris at the moment, and we wish them and the Boks all the best.
Before we get to the first team, Captain Thando, just for you, coaching these youngsters, how are they feeling about having a Malcolm to look up to?
Look, I think it's hugely inspirational. We can go through multiple old boys that have managed to play on the big stage, but just to these youngsters, I think it just shows them the pathway where they need to go and what is possible. It's special also that it comes to the school with great tradition, values, and if anything, they just teach us that human beings are important. A guy like Malcolm himself, he is the pinnacle of what you want to be in a human. Always gives of his time, he's humble, he's friendly, he's happy, and he's hardworking, and I think that's very inspirational for these guys, and they draw a lot of that from him.
Let's hear directly from the captain of the first team of KS. Just, how is it for you guys knowing that you play here, Malcolm used to play here?
Obviously, as an old KS boy, Malcolm is a real inspiration to every one of us. But not only us rugby players, but to the whole school. The amount of work he does for us, the amount of support he gives us, it is really inspirational for us, and it acts as a motivation for us. So he really pushes us to reach that level one day. So it really is an inspiration.
Right. You talk about him being an inspiration and teaching you to, showing you that you can reach that level. You are now you were selected for the under-19s, right? Tell us what that's like.
I would say it was life-changing, really. It was a moment that I really took in because I've worked like for 5-6 years to reach a goal. and it finally came through. All of the prayers every single night, all of the work, all of the early mornings finally paid off. So I was really, really happy to achieve that.
And I don't want to put pressure on you, but you see this green and gold jersey. Malcolm wears that green and gold jersey. When do you see yourself donning that?
I'm not really sure. I would say that's all up to the Lord above. That isn't really up to my hands. So one day, hopefully, I will reach that. One day, hopefully.
Okay, lovely. Thank you so much. So, Masokgo, that was the first team captain of Cares, Thando Biela, as well as the coach, Marco Engelbrecht, who also played with Malcolm Marx. Here we are on that field where Malcolm used to play. He was a flanker first before moving on to be a hooker. And so you see what he's been able to do. And Marco says he was also a lock. So very much a versatile forward player, Masokgo. So, and hopefully they're hoping that they will win tomorrow and lift that Webb Ellis trophy for the 4th time. They say definitely they'll win tomorrow and lift that trophy for a 4th time, Masokgo.
They're not the only ones, Hloni, and as South Africans keep saying, #mybuye. Hopefully when we welcome them on Tuesday, they defend that cup. Hloni Mtimkulu live for us at King Edward School in Johannesburg.